The unemployment rate remained unchanged at a low level. Job growth was up in March after a very weak February, but temporary help services were down. Hello, this is Bruce Steinberg of SteinbergEmploymentResearch.com reviewing March 2019 U.S. employment trends and developments. The unemployment rate was unchanged in March at 3.8%, its lowest level since the late 1960s, except for 1 month in 2000 when it was at that level and 2 months late in 2018 when it was 3.7%. The size of the civilian labor force declined by 224,000 as the number of employed persons declined by 201,000, while there were 24,000 fewer unemployed persons. In addition, there were almost 370,000 more persons considered as not in the labor force in March. In other words, the labor force contracted, and with it, so did the number of employed and unemployed persons as the number of people not in the labor force increased. Again this month, the big news was on the other side of the monthly employment situation, with the number of non-farm jobs increasing by 196,000 in March, which was a big improvement from the meager growth of only 33,000 in February, which was initially reported last month of an increase of only 20,000. The private goods producing sector was up 12,000 jobs in March, and that was a big change from the 28,000 job decline in February. However, a year ago in March 2018, it was up 30,000 jobs. Manufacturing was down 6,000 in March and clearly off February's increase of 1,000. A year ago in March 2018, manufacturing was up 20,000. The construction sector bounced back with a gain of 16,000 jobs in March after shedding 25,000 in February. A year ago in March 2018, it only added 2,000 jobs. And mining and logging was up 2,000 jobs in March after chopping down 4,000 jobs from its payroll in February. A year ago in March 2018, it was up 8,000. The private service providing sector increased by 170,000 jobs in March, which was a nice improvement from February's increase of only 56,000. A year ago, in March 2018, it increased by 143,000 jobs. The retail trade sector continued to cut staffing levels with almost a 12,000 job decrease in March after eliminating more than 20,000 in February. A year ago, in March 2018, it was up only 1,200 jobs. The professional and business services sector experienced growth of 37,000 in March, but that was less than the 54,000 increase in February. A year ago, in March 2018, it was up 42,000. The education and health services sector added 70,000 jobs in March, courtesy of strong growth in its health care and social assistance component, with an increase of more than 61,000. Hiring in home health care services gained strength with an increase of 8,000 in March that followed 6,900 jobs it added in February. The leisure and hospitality sector added 33,000 jobs in March after a marginal decline of only 1,000 jobs in February. The total number of government jobs was up 14,000. In March, the federal government was down 2,000, state government was up 4,000, and local government was up 12,000, with more than 8,000 of those jobs attributed to local education. The number of temporary help jobs in March was 3,031,200, and that works out to a 0.2% sequential decline from February and a 1.5% increase from March 2018. Not to dismiss the news of March's decline, the more interesting development are the revisions occurring with January's data. Initially reported with an anemic growth of only 1,000 jobs for January, temporary help's performance was revised last month to a loss of almost 12,000 jobs. And here's the big takeaway. January's decline was revised to a loss of more than 26,000 jobs in the current report. The weakness in temporary help services in the first quarter is not entirely unforeseen, which is at least partially driven by a lack of candidates. In March 2019, temporary help services market share of all jobs was 2.0099%, which is down from February's 2.0161%. A year ago, in March 2018, it was 2.0140%, and 2 years ago, in March 2017, it was just under 2% at 1.9937%. There was a lot of concern regarding a weakening economy after the dismal February jobs report, but the situation greatly improved in March. However, many businesses report that growth prospects are being negatively impacted because they simply cannot find enough workers. This has been Bruce Steinberg, and this is just a brief sample of the employment data and analysis we provide.